You have been a much-traveled person these last few years, Imperial Administrator. Now, however, your appearance is requested back at Xianyang. While our Emperor Shi Huangdi has been busy standardizing the currency and simplifying the alphabet, he has also been contemplating what the next world has in store for him. His ongoing quest for the magical elixir of eternal life has not yet been rewarded. Fearing death, he knows he must be well prepared if he is to be adequately protected and comforted in the afterlife. It is for these important tasks that your humble services are required. For the Emperor's security in the next world, a vast pit must be dug, and then filled with a powerful army. Each member of this underground army will be a full-size terracotta likeness of an actual soldier of our armed forces. For his comfort, a tomb must also be dug, and stocked with quantities of fine provisions. The tomb will then be crowned by a magnificent grand tumulus that will proudly rise high above the city. While construction proceeds on these projects, a visit by the venerated Shi Huangmu might help to speed the building process.
Hey guys, welcome back to Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom. We are here on the Terracotta army in the mighty Qin. This is the final mission in the Qin dynasty, and it's a long one as far as I understand. So we have to build an underground vault and a grand tumulus must be built. That's 2 wonders. 8 menagerie animals with types required, and treasury of 150,000. And after doing a bit of research on this mission, we are returning to an existing city, and of course we are continuing on very hard. And as it does say here, a visit by Shi Huangmu is definitely gonna help. Anyway, let's go ahead to the city and let's slow things down and see where we left off. It's this city where we built this large palace, which we did finish last time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pause the game and have a look at the monuments tab. So we have the grand tumulus, which is this big, and we have the underground vault, right, which is basically the terracotta army. So we need a lot of space, and I did actually have a lot of open space up here, and it's going to be a good source if we need to cut down any forests. And also there are these rocks over here. If I clear out these trees, I might be able to fit in more laborers camps, because yeah, I think we can get some good feng shui if I get rid of the trees, I'm pretty sure. So there's that, and also we gotta have a look at religion, go to religion and have a look at Shi Huangmu, because I think we're gonna have enough lacquerware surplus to give her goods, and Shi Huangmu is important because if we look at the message here, where does it say that? Reduce the monument construction time. It basically halves the monument construction time while she is in the city. And while we're at it, we should increase our military, because this infantry, it's pretty crap, isn't it? Infantry is not very good, so I should stock up on horsemen and crossbowmen. And I do have this fort of catapults, but I think because of a glitch, catapults only do melee damage. So we're gonna need to get more crossbowmen forts, which I think also means we need at least 1 extra logging shed down this way somewhere. So there's a few things we need to do. And also, the row pattern for these crops, I actually put it in the wrong way, because to get it absolutely even, I have to do some weird sort of arrangement. If I had the lines of the crops going this way, you know, following the road, it will actually be, it'll look much cleaner. So I'm gonna fix that up as well. Since we do start with 65,000, we are going for quite a lot. We're going for 150,000. But also, in our menagerie, we already have 3 animals: wild pig, gobi bear, and panda. And these 3 animals are from various places in the world. If we look here, you can see there's actually 3 sorts of climates. This dark green, this light green, and this desert. So, what we're gonna do, because there's no limit to how many animals we can give away, I'm just gonna go ahead and give away gobi bears to the south, pandas to the north, and wild pigs to the center. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's just give a gift. So the south are gonna get gobi bears. There's no limits to how many we can send, so we're gonna send all of this. And then once they're happy with us, we're going to be able to ask them to give us animals. So let's give all of these southern cities gobi bears. And I'm not sure whether this is a southern city or middling city, so I'm just gonna give Shu a gobi bear as well. because goby bears are from the north. And then we're gonna give wild pigs to these middling cities. So to Huanshan and Anyi and all of them. Animals, wild pig. Linxi, you get a wild pig as well. And Badaling also gets a wild pig. And the nomad camps, which are displeased with us, they might be invading us again, so maybe giving them an animal will keep them happy anyway. We're gonna give them a panda. There we go. Now, our lacquerware industry, I think I did shut it down, so I'm gonna turn it back on again. And we are going to give Xianyang lacquerware, a medium gift of lacquerware, I think. That's gonna make her joyful. Huangdi is actually exalted right now, and Xianyang is unhappy. We gotta fix that up a bit. So if Huangdi comes on down to the city, I'm gonna dismiss him because we need Xianyang. Now, what we have to do is we have to get these monuments down. So where should the monuments go? The Grand Tumulus is a square building. Meanwhile, the underground vault is this long-ish building. So I think I could just fit them both here, right? And the river is sort of angular like that. So I think I'll put the Grand Tumulus like around here and then have the underground vault sort of aligned but further up this way. That seems like a good idea. And then these labor camps, I can just leave them here, I think. But all of this stuff that we use to build this large palace, I can get rid of. So I don't need any of this. And 100 strings of cash, sure. I don't need any of this, do I? These are all carpenters' guilds, yep, logging sheds, clay pits, ceramist guilds, masons' guilds. I don't think we need masons' guilds at all, right? Yeah, we don't. So I can delete all of this. I don't need any of this going. And I don't need those resources either, so let's just clean it all up. That's fine, that's perfect. I think I will decorate around this large palace a little bit more, but for now that's going to clear up some of our workforce, which, by the way, we haven't evolved this housing area. They're still spacious dwellings, and they haven't been given ceramics, which ceramics are here. So if I need more people, which I don't need right now, if I need more people, I can evolve this housing area. All right, so we got a lot to do. I'm gonna go ahead and fix these fields so they're aligned properly against the road, so it's nice and clean looking, and we're gonna get these monuments going. Alright, so I have gone completely overboard with the monument building here. You can see I've set up a little wood industry here to stockpile wood, because if we look under the monuments tab, we can see how much is needed of everything. So there is some requirement of wood, 106 there, 89 there, so we can start stockpiling wood over on this side. And look at these laborers camps. So many laborers camps. As soon as they activate, then we should get things on the way here. I'm gonna have to increase my wage rate here. Each one of these takes 35 people. I might have overdone it, I might have to delete some, but over on this side, I put down a ceramics shop so that we can evolve these houses from spacious dwellings up to ornate apartments. And that should get us quite a few people. Meanwhile, we do have even more laborers camps here. You can see they're already on the way over to the Grand Tumulus and the underground vault. City needs more workers. 448. Okay, let's put wage rates to max and see how many of these we actually have to delete, yeah? Let's just also make sure monuments is set to moderate. So the only thing short right now is government and monuments. Meanwhile, we can actually see, look at this, all of our animals are heading on out here. Let's speed the game up. I've set wage rates to very high, so from 448, it's short by 237, but it's just monuments that's really suffering here. So if I set this to high, make sure monuments are the only thing that's short, and I actually can just let everything run as is. So they are sort of short on some labor, but as some more people move in, that should get a little less, and the strain shouldn't be so hard. So meanwhile, this does need one ceramist, so I put a ceramist guild right here, and that should get that started. Meanwhile, this is just going to go ahead and dig up everything. Look at that. We need 145 laborers. We should be able to get that going pretty soon. Okay. And we have Huangdi in the city, which we actually do not want, so I'm just gonna dismiss you immediately. Goodbye, Huangdi. Don't need you. We want... who do we want? We want Xianyang. And meanwhile, we have a bit of silk here. Let's give Xianyang a small bit of silk to keep him pleased. We want Xianyang Mu to come down onto the city to half how much we actually have to do. All right, so all this is looking pretty good. Our exports need to continue. We were making plenty of money before this, so we should continue making plenty of money. Oh right, I actually haven't put down the remaining forts we need. So I would like another crossbowman fort if we could find some good feng shui for it. I think if I clear off some of these trees, we might be able to fit the crossbowman fort somewhere here. No? Let's try clear off a few more trees. If I just clear off all of this, can I get a crossbowman fort down somewhere here? Good feng shui? No, I think I'm gonna have to look around for it. But I do want one more cavalry fort, which I think we can place right there. We'll have this road just extend like that. Okay, so we'll get more military going because that will just scare off further invaders. And I'm not sure if these are actually gonna be working if I'm so short on staff. So I think just for now, I'm gonna clear off some of these. We'll get rid of 5. That should help these be a bit more employed, or maybe I'll just get rid of 2 more. We'll keep space for them. And we'll get that going as fast as we can. All right, so all of this looks pretty good. It all looks pretty nice. I've also reorganized the farm so the lines are more even and there's no weird tiles. And once our neighboring cities get all the gifts they need, we're gonna start requesting for animals and see what we can get going in our menagerie. All right, so it all looks great. Let's keep on going. And there we go. It seems like our gifts are being received. The gift of the Gobi Bear. Wu likes the Gobi Bear. Okay. Huanshan likes the wild pig. The Nomad Camps really likes the panda. The Xiangjun likes the Gobi Bear. Lindsay likes the wild pig. Shu likes the Gobi Bear. Huangdi again? I've already dismissed this guy once. Go away. We do not want you. Jeez, I actually... Come on, Xianyang Mu, can you just get in the city, you know? There, you're exalted now as well. Xianyang Mu, we need you in the city. Meanwhile, this caught fire, but I'm pretty sure it's because of a spy. Because this area is actually fine in terms of being looked after. So I think a spy set something on fire there. But anyway, let's go ahead and replace that kiln, get that going again. So, this is all being dug out. This is now being dug out. Removal of 319 loads of dirt. Would you look at that? So, we're getting some unemployment now because we have evolved this area up to ornate apartments. We can see these are getting acupuncturist access as well, so those are going to be evolving nicely as well. As unemployment comes in, we will continue to put down these laborers camps where they were before. And I'm loath to speak your name. It is bad taste in my mouth. I, Shanyu Modu of the Nomad Camps, extremely angry with you. Okay. Let's put down 2 of those to keep eating up the employment. 0 workers needed. Perfect. So now that our animals have gone out, we can start requesting animals, right? So, sympathetic. So sympathetic is not good enough for this. So I guess we just keep giving animals. You know, you have a panda, Xiangchun. I gave you a Gobi Bear last time. Here is committed, so we can request animals. Ying is cooperative, we can request animals. So we're gonna request animals from all the cities we can. Request animals there, and we're gonna keep giving gifts for places which have not given us an animal, or we can't ask for an animal. Lindsay, these are all cooperative cities, so we're just gonna ask everyone for an animal. So Badaling doesn't like us enough, so we're gonna give you... What did we give you last time? I think we gave you a... You know what? Have another wild pig. The nomad camps are hostile to us, so we're not gonna ask for anything. I guess we could just give another gift, right? You know what? We gave you a panda last time, you can have a wild pig. Okay. We'll try keep the nomad camps off of us. Anyway. All of this seems to be going along quite nicely. We just have to wait for things to keep going. A bit more unemployment is coming in, and as that comes in, we replace these laborer camps that we built before. So just speed this along. Just speed it along as fast as possible. An emissary from Wu. Please do come in. A gift of a pheasant. Oh, thank you very much. An emissary from Huanshan, another pheasant, okay. So we can't really have duplicates. An emissary from the nomad camps, how interesting. One Saiga antelope, ah yes, thank you very much. So apparently they don't hate us that much. Xiangchun gives us a tiger, fantastic. Lindsay gives us a pheasant, okay, we've got pheasants, another tiger, that's fine. Okay, so that means our menagerie is already pretty full. We've got 6 animals, would you look at that? Wild pig, pheasant, saiga antelope, gobi bear, panda, tiger. We need 8 though, so we need 2 more. But it shouldn't be too long until we get there. Alright, so basically we just have to finish these 2, the 8 menagerie types, and get our treasury up. We probably could expand our industry a little bit. I don't know, our exports, we could probably sell something else, right? Soak seems to be doing fine here. There are other trading stations. There's so many trading stations we haven't opened, which we could continue to open up. Maybe at least 1 more, which we might need. But these monuments are going to take forever. We might just have enough time to get the money anyway at this rate. But all right, so all of this seems to be going along quite nicely. And Huangdi, can you just how do I stop Huangdi from coming here? Do I let you hang out for a little while? Maybe if I let you hang out for a little while, you'll get unhappy. We need to get him below exalted so that Xianyang comes in. So I'm just gonna wait for him to go below exalted, then dismiss him, then try and get Xianyang in. Yeah? Okay. So that seems like a plan, and let's keep on. What collapsed here? This was a trading station? Why did this collapse? Oh, I blocked this off. Oh, I see. This was a trading station to something. Well, I guess that's now room for another trading station. We're gonna see if there's something we can export before we replace that. That was where we imported all the stone, but that's gonna be fine. All right, so let's keep on going then. Ah, there we go. Xianyang finally arrives. We need you in the city. Thank you so much for coming by. We're going to keep you happy as much as possible, and also come over this side because I've built some Jade Carvers studios. So we can actually export jade, carved jade here. So we can use Xianyang while she's in the city to give our jade carvers some jade, and we'll just keep giving Xianyang lacquer. And also that means if I go here, monuments, the materials needed should have been reduced by how much we need to do. Removal of 71 loads there, 189. I think it's half. So we're gonna try keep Xianyang in the city. Look how much food is coming in. Jeez, that's a lot of food being shifted around. We might be overproducing food, I think. Which makes me think, is there anything we could actually, like, does anyone buy food? We could probably sell a bit of extra food. Wu buys millet, so we could sell that. Ying buys wheat. So we could sell millet and wheat, I think. Millet, wheat. Oh, Xiangjun buys both of those. So if I actually... They also buy hemp. So actually, if I go to... Let me slow this down. Trading station. It was Xiangjun. I can rebuild this. Xianyang is in the way there. You go over there. Trading station. Xiangjun. We can actually sell millet, wheat, and hemp. 12 units a year. We should have enough surplus for that. We can also import more lacquer. We're not selling any weapons. Okay, so we can sell any surplus food right out there. And we're going to be selling the surplus jade. So we're going to use Xianyang's blessings here. But make sure she stays happy. No, don't bless the same one twice. She's joyful now. Okay, bless that up. Come over this side. There we go. She's pleased now, so before she runs off, we're gonna go and give her more lacquerware. Have 10 lacquerware vessels. Back to Exalted. And we have another Jade Carver studio there. And can we actually fit more while keeping good feng shui? I don't think so. We could fit one there, actually. If I do that and build this road extending like that, and we roadblock that, that will actually work. And also, I did lose a logging shed down here. So let's go ahead and put down a logging shed. Meanwhile, you bless that and walk over there to get that going. So we can sell all of this carved jade. It's gonna be fantastic. We can sell from here 12 a year. So these are stuck with 4. So yeah, we got plenty of carved jade. More unemployment is coming in, actually. After evolving this housing area, we got all of these laborers camps going. We might be able to fit even more, but we'll see how long that goes. Meanwhile, we probably should increase the lacquerware industry. If we increase the lacquerware industry, we might be able to sell extra lacquerware, which would be good. I'm sure someone buys lacquerware, right? Ying buys 24 lacquerware a year, which is something I think I want to set up. Trading stations with Ying. Can I fit one here? So I could start selling lacquerware if I so desired. Meanwhile, you bless that. And we'll try and keep Xianyang in the city by just giving her... Well, if we're starting to sell... You know what? Have some ceramics. Just keep you happy. And we got to keep her in the city. All right, so that means things are going along much quicker now for these monuments. We'll try and keep her permanently in the city. And if we increase our lacquerware industry, how are these getting clay? Where is the clay pit? Oh, lacquer and wood. Okay, they don't need clay. So that means I can just go ahead and go to workshops, lacquerware makers. Get that going properly. And then we can get surplus of lacquerware to give Xianyang and to export. Okay, that looks fantastic. Let's keep on going. And yeah, I think we just have to wait until this is all done, really. And would you look at that? This burial area has been put in by a carpenter. And now we need to put lacquerware vessels, balsa silk, ceramics, racks of weapons for jade carvings. Huh, well, did we just sell all of our jade carvings? So I suppose we need to bless a bit more carved jade here. We gave another salamander to the nomad camps, and also the nomad camps gave us 2 animals. So we actually got a vulture and a saiga antelope. So we actually have 9 animals on display, which is all the animals in the game, I'm pretty sure. Now we're just looking at here, keeping Xianyang happy. We're gonna have to bless 1 more of these, and we could go ahead and give her more lacquerware to keep her happy and in the city. So it looks like, how are we gonna get all of this over here? What is this doing? We could use this. Ceramics are here, but we need to go and get, how much silk? Was it 8 units? We need to get 10 bolts of silk, 7 racks of weapons, and 4 jade carvings. So we need to get carved jade by 4 units. We need to get 10 bolts of silk, and we needed weapons as well. So we need to bring over, was it 8? 7 racks of weapons? We need to bring over these things. Now weapons we're producing over here, but we're kind of using all of the weapons. Let me just check here. Can I put down another weaponsmith? Any good feng shui? I don't think so. I guess it's fine. We're using up all of our weapons, but it should be okay. We're not actually storing weapons anywhere here. We're gonna have to try and drop this by 4 to allow 4 to sit there. Let's see, 12, 12, 24, yeah. So once that clears out a little bit, we'll be able to get some weapons in there, which will allow weapons to be brought over this side. Carved jade is coming in here, 100 units. Xianyang is exalted, so I guess we'll just keep some carved jade going. Head over this side. They produce carved jade like really quickly. Unless someone just stole our carved jade. But we're gonna keep getting some carved jade. And hopefully we can get that going. Meanwhile, this still needs 238 loads of dirt removed, so I'm not too concerned about that. We're just gonna let them keep on digging. Now bless that, get me 4 more units of carved jade going. Okay, so all of this looks really, really nice. We now have to get resources over to this side, but shouldn't be too difficult. Food and everything else is looking nice. plenty of lacquerware, or at least a decent amount of lacquerware. We got 9 animals, so that means we do actually have that. Treasury is at, we've gained 10,000. Despite how much money we've spent, we've gained 10,000 since the start of this mission. We are selling all of this stuff as well, which helps out a little bit. And if we do get enough lacquerware, we could actually start selling it, which would be good. Selling the carved jade probably does help out quite a bit as well. Okay, so we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Here's some troubling news. Shanyu Modu of the Nomad Camps has strengthened their military. No one knows what Shanyu Modu is intending, but we should remain vigilant. Alright, and an emissary from Huanshan, 10 stacks of wood. I could do with that. Okay. Now, I'm having a bit of difficulty getting stuff here, so it requires this stuff. So I thought it needed it in this order or something like that. The lacquerware is already in, some silk is in, 2 bolts remaining, but I've got the resources here, but even though when the delivery man was just hanging out right here, there was no, like, it wasn't delivering the goods. So I'm just getting everything we need. We've got the carved jade, we've got the silk, we've almost got all the weapons. And then I guess we just need 9 crates of ceramics, I guess? I don't know. It's not delivering the rest of the silk, which is a little weird. But over here, we're starting to get slabs of clay in because I put down some clay pits here. So the ceramists are coming over here to make the soldiers, I'm guessing. 176, 88, yeah. This is gonna take a while, but they've actually finally dug the whole pit up, so that's gonna be great. Which means we actually don't need these labor camps anymore, which I could just do something like that to make sure we have all the workers we need. We also put down a few extra houses here to make sure that we do have enough employees, but it's not actually been that much of a problem getting all of these people working. We've almost hit 100,000 strings of cash too, which is great. We're selling a bit of lacquerware, which I think I will stop selling. We couldn't quite keep Xianyang Mu in the city because we just gave her all the lacquerware and we couldn't keep up with it. And it seems like we're short on wood. So we put down another logging shed right here. All right, so looks like we've got our first soldier in for the Terracotta army. And I'm just gonna try and figure out what's going on over here with the Grand Tumulus to get these things in, which is a little weird. I think those weapons will be coming back soon, but we'll see how that goes. And we finally got the goods in there. Okay, it was a little weird getting things in, but eventually it got delivered. I think it had to be in a certain specific order. Anyway, we got Xianyang Mu back in the city here to speed things along. This now needs 1 stack of wood and 1 carpenter, which should come along anytime now. We're kind of really short on wood. We kind of need more logging sheds and things to keep all this going. So I guess some extra logging sheds wouldn't hurt, because all of our, well, many of our lacquerware makers ran out of wood as well. Also, this has been taking up stacks of wood. So this Terracotta army is looking pretty nice. Look at all those chariots, and I think the soldiers will be coming along somewhere towards the back here, I think. So I wish there was a way to prioritize the 1 stack of wood coming over this side. That would be nice, but we'll see how that goes. We just have to speed things along. We have deleted some of these labor camps because we actually don't need them right now because, well, they're not being used for anything. Just being used to, probably should do it like this instead of delete. I always have this habit of like deleting rather than turning things on and off. I really shouldn't do that. I should actually put these back, I think. So if I do this, but turn them off, I should be doing that instead of deleting things, yeah? I did delete a couple over on this side, but for unrelated reasons. I just needed some space. Okay. So, things seem to be going along nicely again. Lacquerware has come in. Xianyang Mu, you can keep... I should be giving you something else besides lacquerware, because we could be selling lacquerware, but... you know what? Just have a bit. Because it's kind of more important to have Xianyang Mu in the city to speed up the vaults, because earning another 50,000 cash shouldn't be too difficult. Especially once the monuments are done, we could just sell all of our lacquerware. That'll speed things up quite a lot. Lacquerware sells for 210 units each. 230 for carved jade though. We got a bit more carved jade coming in to sell that. But yeah, okay. It's all looking good. Alright, I figured out how to get 1 stack of wood down this way. All I had to do was delete a little bit of road, so they didn't have a road to this next monument, and then it delivered the 1 stack of wood, and now we can resume our terracotta army over here, which requires 18 stacks of wood. Lots more carpenters and ceramists. All the clay is in, so we're just sort of waiting for those to get on over. And also, I think I could probably delete that bit of road and that bit of road to try and force a carpenter to go this way, but okay, a carpenter is on the way. So we'll put those roads back. Okay, now what does this actually become? I'm not sure what this thing is actually supposed to look like, but let's see what this carpenter builds up in the center of this tumulus here, and it's a platform. And now we need 148 laborers. Okay, so all the laborers are gonna come back to work. Let's turn these back on. Laborers are gonna start rushing through. Let's turn this one back on as well. And now it needs to bury it up. Okay, 145 loads of dirt. We lost Xianyang here, but we got plenty of lacquerware. Let's get Xianyang back in the city to try and speed things along. I'm not sure if this gets halved as soon as she shows up, but let's find out. 140 right now. Just gotta wait until we can get Xianyang back. Let's wait 1 month so we can give another gift. Xianyang, lacquerware, medium, exalted. Get in the city, come on. So this says 132. There we go, Xianyang is in. It still says 132. I'm not sure if, does it actually, 131? Maybe it only happens when it starts a new phase with Xianyang in the city. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Xianyang does not halve the amount of resources, I think. Maybe I just misunderstood it. Maybe it speeds things along in a different way. Is it? Oh, I think the number of walkers is the one that's. Yeah, I think the number of delivery dirt things have actually sped up. Avenue here, yes, because this seems like a lot more than before. So it does have a positive effect. I'm just not exactly sure how. Anyway, the terracotta army looks like it's almost done. We need more carpenters coming in. Can I get, let's see, another construction guild, carpenters guild? Is there room for this anywhere? Yeah. Let's get another couple carpenters guilds there. We're short by 57 workers, so I guess I will just turn off one of these, the ones which are further away. And yeah, this is looking a lot like it's now speeding along now that we got those resources in. And besides that, money, we're actually at 120,000. We're at 120,000. We could actually sell some more lacquerware here. Let's keep selling some lacquerware. Xianyang, let's keep you in here. Lacquerware, medium, make offering, keep you exalted. Ah, fantastic, fantastic. So I think we're going pretty much as fast as we can. But yeah, look at that, the terracotta army. 2 more ceramists, and actually the army is complete. Would you look at that? And what is this? Shu wants 12 tubs of bean curd? Sure, just have it, just have it. We got plenty of that. And look at that. The terracotta army is done. Now we just need a bit more wood and more carpenters, and then it's gonna be good to go. Is wood still coming in? I think wood still is coming in slowly, but a lot of our wood is going to the lacquerware makers. So that's a little tricky. Lindsay wants in 13 stacks of wood, except don't mind if I do. That does help. Immediately it gets sent out. Would you look at that? And is this going to the lacquerware makers or to the monument? It is sort of 50-50, I think. There we go, 14 stacks of wood left there. So it's not actually we didn't need more carpenters, we needed more lacquerware, more wood. And would you look at that? That's the tumulus is now buried up, looking good. Now you want 9 racks of weapons, 4 months to comply. Okay, we can do that, we can do that. Let's just go ahead and stockpile weapons. We actually have 4? Okay, we need a bit more room for that. We actually, there's no room to store weapons, actually. If I reduce this a little bit, we might be able to get... That's actually tricky. I think I need another storage yard here for weapons. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But besides that, everything seems to be going along quite nicely. All right, let's keep on going. Alright, what is this? Carpenter failed to reach monument. Guild is too distant. Really? Since when was that a problem? Well, I'm not sure where that was, but it seems here... oh, and maybe we just finished up how many carpenters we needed. Because we do have Xianyang in the city speeding along, I think, the number of people delivering things here. So you can see here we're now loading up dirt on the Grand Tumulus, and we finished the little carpenter bit for the Terracotta army. It's asking for one more load of dirt there, which did that, and now we need 336 carpenters. Really? Well, I did go ahead and put down more carpenters guilds, but that's a lot of carpenters, and I suppose I should be putting more carpenters guilds down, I guess. So let's see if I can speed this along. If I go to safety, inspector's tower, can I get any good feng shui here? There? Okay, we can do that. And in terms of employment, with 0 workers needed, so I guess it shouldn't be too bad if I put more carpenters guilds down this way, right? That should be fine, I think. We need more workers, yeah. To get enough workers, I deleted a couple of these silk weavers here. We've got a lot of silk weavers. Can I probably disable one of these farms? We're sort of overloaded on silk right now, so I guess we don't need that much, right? We'll turn off a couple of those. I can't turn off, or turn on rather, some of these labor camps because we are short on workers, but we do have quite a few things we could turn off. I don't think we need so much wood working right now, so let's turn those off, get the workers back to pretty much how many we need, and then we just have to speed things along, I think. This needs 84 stacks of wood. Oh, we do need the wood. So let's turn these back on, sorry. And to make sure the wood is actually stockpiled here and delivered, I break this road connection. So this wood is not being delivered to these lacquerware makers, which is a way that can sort of waste things. Now, Xianyang, we gotta keep you happy. Let's give you more lacquerware. Just give you a bunch. I think it's using up some lacquerware from here, but the market here should still have plenty of lacquerware. So we'll just keep giving Xianyang lacquerware to keep her happy, keep her in the city. Start stockpiling some of this wood over here so we can deliver 84 stacks. That's quite a lot. But yeah, this dirt is coming along quite nicely. So I think for the rest of this, it's going to be mostly dirt, right? Yeah, sure, for a festival. And also, you can see we're at 136,000 strings of cash, which is very close to our goal of 150,000. So I don't think money is going to be much of a problem right now. So yeah, we're just gonna have to keep on going. This Terracotta army looks pretty impressive though, don't you think? This looks pretty good. And I went ahead and put this Imperial Way here just to make things look a little nice. just for touch. And also I did the same over here, building this Imperial and Grand Ways around our large palace. It's just a nice way to make things look nice. I probably should hook up a road to it or something, but it's fine. Alright, so we're gonna keep on going and just try and get these monuments done as quickly as possible. And there you have it. The monuments are coming along quite nicely. You can see I've gone ahead and decorated while I was at it with these Imperial and Grand Ways going around the monuments. The tumulus is just piling on dirt with a bit of wood to get the borders going. And over here you can see the Terracotta army is being covered up with these planks of wood. Now there was a bit of problem. Earlier I was saying the carpenters couldn't reach their destination. So the carpenters going to the Terracotta army was actually not working because they were over on this side, the carpenter guilds, and I broke this road connection. Do I want to hold a festival? Sure. So they couldn't actually go over, so I shifted them all over to here and deleted the ones over on this side. And besides that, everything's looking nice. We keep losing Xianyang because I had to get some of the other gods happy. But here we go, let's give you 10 lacquerware vessels. That should bring you back on into the city. And we actually hit our money goal, so I'm not concerned with making money anymore. You know, with the amount of exports on this mission, money is not really a problem. And also it seems like there's a shortage of wheat, so I'm gonna stop selling wheat here. Is there a way to empty this wheat into the granary? Because that would be... Can we do this? Can you get wheat out of this? Out of the trading center? That would be handy. How did we run out of wheat? Okay, there is still a food supply here, so not too concerned, but for some reason wheat is there we go. Shifting some wheat over, and Xianyang arrives. Why do we have Xianyang? I'll go over here. I know we can use some blessings over on that side. And then we can dismiss you. Okay, there we go. Let's just set this back to accepting. So there's a bit of a wheat shortage. We have to make sure we don't actually run out of food in any of these areas. Like here, it's a little short on fish, actually. More fish coming through. Okay, it should be okay. And besides that, we're just watching this. We're speeding along. We're speeding along because these monuments just take so long to build. We've got a nice surplus of wood here for any wood deliveries that need to be made. The lacquerware makers are stocked up on wood, continuing to produce lacquerware. Xianyang is happy, so we can just dismiss you. Go away. And Xianyang have some ceramics. We have plenty of ceramics. Took it out of the trade center, which we are selling plenty, but again, money's not a concern. And patting down another layer of the Grand Tumulus. All these workers running here and there trying to get things done. It's, there we go. Xianyang's back in the city, which speeds up construction with these workers. And 27 carpenters and 1 laborer. Just pat that bit down there. Fantastic. Now we need 36 carpenters again, so carpenters and wood are pretty much all we need right now. I don't think we need any other resources to build these. You can see these carpenters really speed along. A few graphical glitches as they do these things. And now 335 loads of dirt with 335 laborers. So that means if we look at employees needed, we can disable these carpenters. So we're going to disable these 4 so we can get the workers again. And we can turn on these laborers' camps to get things going as much as possible, trying to keep Xianyang in the city. Oh, you want to give 8 stacks of wood? Sure thing, we could do with that. Short by 32 workers, so I guess I turn off 1 of these. Okay, so dirt's coming in as fast as possible. Don't mind those graphical glitches. I think they'll disappear as the monuments get built up. And oh, we do need a few more carpenters. We'll leave 1 of these on. I turned off all the carpenters. Let's get this next layer done. But yeah, we're basically just speeding along as fast as possible, trying to keep Xianyang in the city. Here's 10 lacquerware vessels. All right, let's keep on going. Oh, would you look at that? The underground vault is complete. The Emperor is quite pleased with his army of soldiers and the glorious tomb that will keep his treasures safe from those who despise his great accomplishments. I'd suggest you make for the hills before he has you is more eliminated for knowing too much about its construction. I think there's a word missing there, but yeah, the underground vault is complete. That was just a load of dirt. It's not exactly the prettiest thing, is it? But there we go, underground vault monument completed. The courageous army of terracotta soldiers in this massive underground chamber remains ever vigilant. They are ever prepared to defend our emperor in his afterlife. And that's what it looks like. It's a patch of dirt. Well, hopefully the Grand Tumulus looks prettier than that. Anyway, let's turn one of these on because carpentry does need to be sped up a little bit here. We're trying to keep Xianyang in the city. Currently exalted. All the other gods are... How is Huangdi exalted? I don't do anything for Huangdi. Why are you so happy? But yeah, Xianyang is exalted. And now we just wait for the Grand Tumulus to be built. We now have almost 200,000 in our treasury. But this seems to be just piles of dirt and a bit of carpentry, so let's just keep the dirt coming. Plenty of dirt is... None of these dirt deliveries are coming from down this side. I'm not sure why. Is it just they're all sort of coming from all these other places? But that's fine. So yeah, 1 monument done. It's I was hoping something would be built on top of it, but I guess not, right? There we go, another layer of this has been done. How's our employment? 8 workers needed. Xianyang's joyful, so we'll keep things going. We gotta build another layer of wood here. Do we still have? We still have plenty of wood up there. All the wood immediately deposited in, get the carpenters going. With Xianyang going, the workers are a bit more efficient in terms of how they're sort of done. And also now we don't need weapons. I'm just giving weapons to the gods to keep them happy because yeah, sure, have a new year. 100 strings of cash, don't mind if I do. And also I did manage to fit one more military camp over this side, so we have maximum 12 forts here. So if we look at here, all these shields, we're now matched with the nomad camps, and we have a wall, so I don't think anyone's going to want to attack us, even though the nomad camps, oh, they're apathetic to us. They actually don't hate us so much, probably because we gave them gifts right at the start. But yeah, so now we're just waiting for this to be done. More dirt being deposited in here, look at that. Going as fast as we can, really. I don't think we could build this any faster, especially with Xianyang just hanging out in the city here. Lacquerware, you know what? Have another 10. Exalted, keep you here. Just keep on going, I guess. Okay, so we're almost there. If I look at the monuments tab right here, we need 2 wood, 8 dirt to finish the Grand Tumulus. So let's get this going. You guys are gonna have to take off that little bit of wood there, and there's gonna be two more wood. It's almost done, it's almost done. Just a bit more. Come on, let's speed things along as quickly as possible. That's all the wood it needs, I think. 1 more wood after this, okay. So we gotta build up a little bit more here. Fantastic. Gotta get a bit more dirt coming in here. Besides that, everything else is looking good. 5 workers needed, that's perfect. Xianyang just left, come on. Get back here. Get you back to happy. I just want this done as quickly as possible. So is that 4 laborers to flatten that out? Just getting the top of the pyramid just done there. Xianyang's back in the city. And now it needs 1 stack of wood, the final bit. And also, Xianyang have some weapons. Here's 10 weapons. You're back to Exalted. Fantastic. That should be the last time we need Xianyang in the city, because we just need 4 dirt. Come on. Oh, and a few carpenters. Come on. Get that last bit done. Okay. 8 laborers. Come on. Get these laborers coming on over here. And the new year has arrived. You know what? Let's celebrate this year, because this is the year that we're gonna be winning this mission. Got a bit of dirt dumped into the top of the pyramid there. Just go ahead and flatten that little bit out there. And we need 4 carpenters to just, I think, take off the wood. And what was that message? Was that the Grand Tumulus is complete? Your ancestors' remains will be safe in the Grand Tumulus, now completed. Xianyang, the divine farmer, recognizes the worshipful care you show your ancestor. There we go. We have now finished both. They aren't exactly pretty monuments, are they? We've got a dirt pyramid, a dirt step pyramid, and a dirt patch of ground. I was expecting something a bit more grand than this, considering how long they took to finish. The most grand thing about these monuments are the imperial ways I built around them. Is this really done? The massive Grand Tumulus stands silent guard over the mortal remains of our deceased emperor, forever shielding his mortal remains and ensuring a fortuitous afterlife. But that means we win.
The glory of Xianyang, capital of the mighty Qin Empire, rises even higher than the Grand Tumulus that now stands before it. It is curious that our emperor had the foresight to begin this project when he did, as there are now strange rumors drifting about. During his current expedition seeking the potion of eternal life, he has kept much to himself, allowing only Li Shi, his most trusted advisor and audience. Oddly, a cart of odorous salted fish now precedes the Emperor's imperial carriage, masking an unpleasant smell said to be emanating from his vehicle.
Well, that is a strange and interesting story indeed. An odorous salted fish now precedes the Emperor's imperial carriage. What happened to him? Anyway, that is the Terracotta army in the mighty Qin in the city of Xianyang. That is the final mission in the Qin Dynasty, and, well, we built a giant dirt pyramid and a big patch of dirt. What's underneath the dirt is pretty impressive, but on the outside it's like a pile of dirt. Anyway, let's have a look at the score here. We have months penalty minus 438. Really, how could we have done that faster? We built so many things and we kept Xianyang in our city pretty much as long as we possibly could, but look at that months penalty. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this mission and the end of the Qin Dynasty. Let's go ahead and click proceed. Ah, there we go.
The worst has happened. The horrible rumors of the death of Shi Huangdi, the first emperor, were true after all. Though his body lies safely entombed beneath the grand tumulus, ruinous intrigue now rules the imperial court, and the riotous crowds in the street grow stronger by the day. It seems the people have had enough of the heavy burdens and tight restrictions forced upon them by the Qin Empire in the name of progress, and now word is that rebel armies are nearing the capital. Woe is upon us.
Well, alright, that is the actual end of the mighty Qin victory. Well, it's victory, but it's a pretty sad story for the end of the Qin Empire, as is the nature of dynasties. Anyway, that is the actual final end of the mighty Qin and Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom. Hope you enjoyed it. Look at that. We actually got 9 out of 8 menagerie animals. We got all the animals in the game. Treasury of 233,537 and got those 2 dirt monuments built. It was fantastic. Alright, that's going to be it for now. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.